the 3 most overrated credit cards in Canada, Hilton's fall stay bonus, and Hotels.com rewards will still be around for a little bit longer. All that and more on This Week in Rewards right here on RWRDS Canada for the week of August 10th through the 16th, 2024. This is your weekly dose of loyalty rewards, credit card, and travel happenings in Canada. I hope you've all had a great week, and before we jump into the thick of things, as always, be sure to hit the like button if you like today's content, subscribe to our channel if you don't do so yet. If you think others will benefit from our video, hit that share button and share it with your friends, family, enemies, coworkers, you name it. And as always, leave us a comment, whether it's a question on today's content, anything else to do with credit card rewards and loyalty programs in Canada or worldwide, or if you just want to say hello, leave that comment below. As usual, let's kick things off with credit cards. And the big thing this week was our new article on the 3 most overrated credit cards in Canada. And by overrated, we mean that they get too much attention from blogs, websites, influencers, social media, improper attention from the banks themselves, like overhyped marketing. It doesn't mean that these are really bad cards, but in many cases, there are better options. So that's why I tackled this. You'll find other people out there who say cards are overrated, but they're actually talking about some of the benefits and the features of those cards that aren't as good. So it's not really, the hype around them. They're just talking about how a card is not very good. So here we're looking at cards that maybe kind of a little bit of both. They may not be very good in certain regards, but they're good in other regards. But really, it's about the hype around them. And the first card we're going to look at is the BMO Bank of Montreal CashBack World Elite Mastercard. This card wins a lot of awards and badges from various finance blogs, money sites, even some points and miles sites, as the best cashback card in Canada, best cashback card in groceries. And we find that to be overrated. I think I even talked about this, maybe it was in last week's video or the week previous. The card, it earns 5% cash back on groceries, but that's capped at $500 per month. That's a low cap, and then the 4% on transit ride sharing, $300 per month. Gas and EV charging 3%, also $300 per month, and recurring bills, the 2% is capped at $500 per month. Those are all low caps. Those are caps you should be seeing on a no-fee card, not on a World Elite card. That's the thing. World Elite cards tend to be higher spenders. And when we talk about groceries alone, a lot of Canadians are spending way more than $500 a month on groceries. So to have it capped at that amount it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, even like the recurring bills, $500 on recurring bills. I know my own bills here in Calgary, my average utility bills exceed that. But then if you want to try and add in things like cell phone, internet, things like that, it's going to go over that. The gas at 3%, I mean, if you drive a bigger truck with a bigger gas tank, 1 or 2 fill-ups and you're going to hit that cap already. So it's definitely overrated. That's what I find, and it's because of those caps. And I think there's kind of 2 reasons behind this. The first is purely a money grab. It's putting commissions ahead of proper information being provided to the readers. They want to earn those commissions on their credit cards, and Bank of Montreal is partnered with a lot of these blogs and websites. I mean, they're partnered with us as well, but honestly, we don't earn a lot of commissions from them because, we tell you how it is with the Bank of Montreal cards. And the second reason why I think some of these sites rank the cards high up, or I can't say rank high up, but rate them higher, make them overrated in my regards, is that a lack of knowledge of the product. They see that Bank of Montreal says it's 5% cash back on groceries, highest cash back earn rate for groceries in Canada, but they don't read the fine print that there's those caps in place, like the $500 per month on groceries. So they just see 5% best grocery rate in Canada, and they go with it and they write about it that way. So, that's why I find that card is highly overrated. It's because of those caps. I mean, if you're a low spender, by all means, it's actually a pretty decent card, but then you can actually get the no-fee BMO Cashback MasterCard and do the same, pretty close to the same returns because you're not having to subtract your annual fee from your cashback earnings. So lots to think about there. Definitely an overrated cashback card. And honestly, if you're on a website or social media channel or something like that that ranks Bank of Montreal cards as the best in pretty much any category, gives them award badges outside of being the best Air Miles card. And that kind of itself is a joke because there's only one issuer of Air Miles cards. The competition's gone. American Express doesn't issue credit cards anymore. So of course, Bank of Montreal is going to have the best Air Miles card. But anyways, if you find other sites that are ranking Bank of Montreal cards as, say, the best in travel, best in, groceries, cashback, run away from those sites. Don't walk, run away, click away. They don't have your best interest at heart. They are pushing commissions. Anyways, let's get back to our overrated cards. And my second pick as the most overrated card in Canada is the PC Worldly Mastercard, or PC Financial Worldly Mastercard, whatever you like to call it. It's part of the PC Optimum program for Loblaws, grocery stores, shoppers, you name it. The reason why I find it's overrated is that its elevated or accelerated earn rates are limited to Loblaw stores. You have other cards that earn the same or more, and you're not limited to just earning that at those stores. The PC Worldly will only earn 1%, or the equivalent of 1%, on a lot of other grocery stores or other shopping where these other cards are going to earn you more. So you kind of have to look at the big picture here. I mean, if it's specific, they're using it for Loblaws, not too bad. It's, a 3% return, but again, there's cards that will give you more than that on groceries at Loblaw stores. And then another reason why is those points that you're earning are only redeemable at PC Optimum partners, Loblaw stores, shoppers, SO Mobile, those type of places. Whereas those other cards that earn the same or more, they may be cashback cards, they may be hybrid cards where you can do travel and cashback and things like that. They give you more options for the points you're earning, so you're not limited to just being, to those stores. So that's kind of the reasons why I find this card is overrated. A lot of people rank it as the best grocery card, but it's limited to those Loblaw grocery stores. If you're somebody who likes to shop around for the best deals, and a lot of people are these days because of the financial situations with inflation, they're going to different stores. They may be going to Sobeys one day, or a Real Canadian Superstore the next day, and they're shopping around. If you have that PC Optimum card, you're losing out on those other grocery stores and things like that. So, I mean, just something to take into consideration. And that's why I think it's kind of overrated with a lot of these websites, in that, not everybody shops at Loblaw stores, or you don't shop there all the time, and you can get a card that's more all-encompassing, that will cover more grocery stores and earn you more overall. I mean, when you look at our feature too, at the best credit cards used at Loblaw grocery stores, this card ranks 7th overall in terms of the higher spend, say for a family of 4. Even on lower spend, it ties other cards, kind of for that first place, the BMO Cashback, which I was talking about already, and the BMO Cashback Worldly for low spend. And they're not going to limit you to just Loblaw stores. So that's just something to consider. Don't get me started about the 45 points you earn per dollar at Shoppers Drug Mart, because it's actually only 30 points per dollar. The other 15 points, everybody earns that just for being a PC Optimum member. I hate how they promote the card like that. It's a very US thing to do. A lot of US credit card issuers add in what you earn from the loyalty program. We don't see it too much here in Canada. You have PC Optimum who does it. Tim's Financial with the Tim's credit card does it. I believe, the new RBC or Moi RBC Visa card does it. So those are some things to know about these cards, is that some of these earn rates are not the actual earn rates on the credit card, because they're taking into account the actual amount you earn on the loyalty card. So I mean, when I go to Shoppers Drug Mart and I use my American Express Gold Rewards card, I earn my 2 membership rewards points and those 15 PC Optimum points. So that's another thing to know. So there's just so many things that can go on and you should know about with credit cards. And again, I want to heed that, these aren't bad cards. They're just overhyped cards, basically. And the last one of them that I come down on, and I come down on this one quite hard. If you've followed Rewards Canada for any longer period of time, I come down hard on this card, and that's the RBC Avion Visa Infinite card. A lot of Canadians have this card. A lot of them have it just for the standard RBC Avion Rewards travel redemptions. They don't have it for the churnability. So that's, applying for the card, getting the welcome bonus, canceling it, applying for it again in the near future to get the bonus again. That's kind of a niche area of what people do with the card. Nor do a lot of Canadians get it for the conversion options to British Airways, WestJet, American Airlines, and Cathay Pacific. They're not getting it for that reason too. The majority are getting it just for those travel rewards. And in that case, this card is highly overrated. RBC really pushes it. I read other sites that really push the Avion Air Redemption Schedule. Like, the Air Redemption Schedule requires 35,000 points per flight in North America. That's $28,000 to $35,000 of spending on the RBC Avion Visa Infinite card. Compare that same reward flight on the American Express Cobalt card, $8,000 of spending, or $15,000 at a maximum, but it could be less on the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard, $12,500 maximum or less on the Scotiabank Gold American Express card, and the list just goes on and on. Like with some of these other cards, you could potentially get yourself multiple reward flights for the same amount of spending that you'll have to do on the RBC Avion Visa Infinite card to get only one flight. Yeah, so it's like I say, it's an expensive card in terms of how much you have to spend to get rewarded, and that's why it's overrated. And I won't even get into the other topics like trying to use Avion rewards for flights to Europe. That's any credit card reward charts, whether it's Avion rewards, American Express, fixed points for travel, CIBC Aventure rewards, not good for economy class flights to Europe. And of course, the Avion in Visa Infinite doesn't really have any travel benefits either to it, like some cards out there. So definitely heed some caution when you're reading a lot of these sites. And that's kind of my whole point of this overrated feature, is to have people, question what they're reading on sites. Even you can even question what I write on my sites. By all means, you should be doing that and doing proper research, visiting more than one site, visiting more than one resource. Don't take what a bank says on their website. Go and read some sites like RWRDS Canada and find out what we really think about credit cards and what the earn rates are and what the redemption rates, and find all those things out before you pick a card. And that was the whole thing about this whole overrated cards thing. It's really pointing out that there's a few cards out there that garner a lot of attention when perhaps other cards should be garnering that attention. And that's it for credit cards this week. It was just really our feature on the most overrated credit cards in Canada. So let's get on with loyalty and travel news. So the first thing we're going to talk is the Hilton Honors Fall Bonus Promotion. So Hilton Honors has their Power Up promotion that's going to start in September, where you can earn 2,500 bonus Hilton Honors points for every eligible stay in Canada and worldwide. So this is their global promotion. Basically, if you're staying at a Hilton Honors participating hotel, stay on an eligible rate, and reward nights are included on this. You can earn 2,500 bonus points on each stay. It's unlimited. It's a flat rate bonus. So of course, flat rate bonuses, if you're not aware, are really good for the cheaper stays, like $80, $100 a night. If you can find hotels that cheap still, to earn 2,500 bonus points is a great return. But no matter what, even if you have like a $2,000 hotel stay, register for this offer, make sure you earn those points. Yeah, the return, numbers wise doesn't look as good as say an $80 hotel stay, but no matter what, you want to be earning those bonus points. So this is good. You can actually register for it now. The link will be below in the description. Register and book now, but it's only for stays completed between September 3rd and December 31st. Up until September 2nd, you can still collect points on their current summer promotion, which is 2 times points per stay. That's the beauty about Hilton. They pretty much run continuous promotions, these system-wide global bonus points offers, where I don't think there's ever one day that you don't have or you cannot earn these points. Unlike other brands, Marriott, Best Western, Choice, there's usually some period in between promotions where you can't earn points with a global system-wide offer. I mean, some chains don't even run them for a little while. I mean, Marriott hasn't had a big global promotion for a few months now. So kudos to Hilton for always pretty much having an always on some sort of global system-wide bonus points promotion. And then now we'll continue with hotels, and this one is hotels.com rewards. So if you're a hotels.com rewards user, we have some good news for you. You're going to be able to continue to earn and redeem stamps with hotel.com rewards on their Canadian site for an indefinite period of time. And the reason why is the unified OneKey program that is supposed to replace hotels.com rewards. This is Expedia's program that's supposed to go over Expedia, hotels.com, and Vrbo, and combine them all together, which is a huge devaluation to hotels.com, by the way. It's having its launch in Canada and other places around the world delayed. The program is already launched in the US. It launched in 2023 in the US, 2024 in the UK. But these changes have hit the company's pocketbook, obviously, because they're saying that hotels.com is not performing as well as they would like. So they have paused the international rollout of OneKey, which includes Canada, because they've seen a significant drop of bookings on hotels.com. They're going to look to see how they can change the value proposition of the program, and it will eventually launch here in Canada, but who knows when. Like I said, US was 2023, UK is 2024. They've been doing it slowly. There was no indication of when it would launch in Canada. Chances are it would have been late this year or sometime in 2025. Perhaps it might still be 2025, but at least that gives you time to fill out your stamps with hotels.com. So I actually would recommend that if you're at a point where you're getting close to those 10 stamps, maybe you're at 6, 7, or 8, you might want to funnel some of your hotel bookings through hotels.com and complete those stays so that you get up to those 10 stamps and you can redeem for a reward. And then after that, you're just gonna have to judge whether you want to continue with it or and risk it if they're going to launch OneKey while you're starting to fill up your next 10 stamps, or just kind of give up on hotels.com rewards after you redeem your for your reward after those 10 stamps, when you've just completed, say, like I said, if you're at 6 or 7 or 8 and you add 2 or 3 more stays to make sure you get to that point. So just know that hotels.com rewards, it's a great third-party hotel program. I mean, that is what has driven a lot of hotels.com bookings, and people love using it. Just know that you can still use it here in Canada and reap that basically it's a 10% return on your hotel stays. So keep taking advantage of it while you can. And then the next thing we're going to cover this week, I'll just quickly go. We had another PC Optimum update. I'm still hearing almost every day from PC Optimum members whose accounts have been frozen. Now, PC Optimum is starting to say that they are working on rectifying the situation. They have some processes in place that I don't believe have been actually activated, but will be activated hopefully soon, to notify members that their accounts have been frozen so that you don't get a surprise at the till. I won't go into more details here. I'll put a link to the blog post below. You can check it out there. So the last thing we'll cover this week is how to join Avion Select when you're an existing RBC client. So this is actually a question that got posed on the YouTube channel in the comments, but I've also had emails asking me, and also in the comments on various blog posts about Avion Select, is how do you join as an RBC client? When you're not a client, it's pretty easy to join Avion Select, but when you are, it's actually a little bit, I'd say, confusing. It may not be difficult, but it's confusing, and so I think that's why some people can't find how to join. So we'll go through those steps right here. I mean, there'll be a link to the blog post if you want to see it there as well, but I'll do it right here in the video as well. So the first step to joining Avion Select is to navigate to the AvionRWRDS.com website. Once you're on the site, you'll want to click the Join Now button. Now, it's the next page where the confusion sets in. The Join Now page has 2 sections. The first is don't have an RBC product or account, and the second is have an RBC product or account. It's that second one that creates the confusion for existing RBC clients, as there's no direction on this page letting RBC users know that you cannot join Avion Select via the have an RBC product or account section. That second section is actually for setting up or logging into your Avion Premier or Avion Elite accounts for having banking products or credit card products with RBC. So for anyone who wants to join Avion Select, including RBC clients, you'll want to click on the button that states Create an Avion Rewards Account. The system will then ask you to enter an email address. The great thing here is that you can use the same email address that you have for your RBC client account, because your client account actually uses a username for login purposes, while Avion Select will use an email address. So you can actually don't have to get an extra email account or anything for this. You can use the same email address you're using for your RBC client account. Now, from this point forward, you will create your Avion Select account. Once you have it set up, you can log in via the AvionRWRDS.com website, just like you do with your RBC client account. However, to access Avion Select, you need to click the bottom Sign In with Email and Password button. And that's all there is to it. As an RBC client, that's how you join Avion Select portion of Avion Rewards. And that's all she wrote for this week. Remember to check out the RWRDS Canada website on a daily basis if you can, or our social media channels, because we're covering much more than we do even in this video. And be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, as we have a roundup of all the things we've covered, unless it's a time-limited one-day offer that'll be expired by the time newsletter comes out on Fridays. And then Saturdays is our RWRDS Canada bonus bulletin, where you have all the bonus points offers for flights, hotels, car rentals, so that you can earn more miles, more points, and more rewards on your travels and shopping and so forth. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.